Keep the motherfucking ass up.
I'm not reaching for no gun. Can I move my phone?
And have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Let him know with this pullover, this authorized. Think about it. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. Cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say.
Terence Crawford's victory celebration in Omaha took an unexpected turn just hours after the city honored him with a parade and a packed party following. His triumph over Canelo Alvarez Crawford was stopped by police. In the early morning hours, authorities reported that he was driving a blue four-door sedan at excessive speed. When officers pulled him over at 1:27 a.m., the situation escalated quickly. When police claimed to have seen a firearm on the floorboard and ordered everyone out of the vehicle.
Stepping out. Seatbelt. I'm opening the door. I'm opening the door.
Right here on my right. Keep the motherfucking ass up.
I'm not reaching for no gun. Can I move my phone?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm stepping out my seatbelt. I'm opening the door on my right. I'm keeping my hands up. I'm not reaching for any gun, bro. Can I move my— yeah, that's crazy. These were the tense words reportedly heard during the encounter. Boxing analyst Tim Bradley later reflected on the incident, offering a perspective that many found insightful and unsettling. Bradley suggested that the stop was less about a traffic violation and more about sending a symbolic message to the champion. He noted that Crawford's fame had reached a level where certain authorities might have felt compelled to remind him that no one, not even a celebrated athlete, stands above the rules. Bradley compared it to the recurring pattern where moments of triumph are abruptly disrupted by episodes of unease, a sentiment that resonated deeply with fans.
I mean, Terence Crawford, he on the highest cloud, bro. His city, let him know. Let him know. With this pullover, this authorized. Think about it. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. The cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say. The cops send a message. This our city. You might got the key, but I got the handcuffs. That's what that was. Yeah. Before y'all start talking about my ceiling real quick, my roof, hey, it been raining and stuff. Hey, it's raining out. The clouds is out right now. You can see him in the background. I'm gonna go watch this damn car in a little bit once this rain stops. But anyways, back to the video. Man, look. You ain't got no city until you got the police. That's a fact. Whoa. Shoot, you ain't got no city unless you got the police. Don't ever forget that. You gotta have the law enforcement on your side, man. They gotta be looking out for you. For the good, not for the bad, for the good. Yeah. Terence Crawford, it don't matter what you do for your city, man. Bruh, I'm letting you know right now, man. With this incident right here, they waiting on you to do something bad. This dude right here, he was trying to jack you. He was trying to catch you slipping. That's all it was. Seeing you on TV, displayed all on TV, parade shut down and stuff. He gotta be, securing certain points and stuff like that. He mad. He mad to see you.
Crawford's security chief offered a chilling account of the encounter, describing how the officers appeared visibly on edge and how quickly the situation spiraled into fear and confusion. Being ordered out of the car at gunpoint during what was supposed to be a weekend of celebration left everyone in the vehicle feeling their lives were at risk. The chief, who was seated in the passenger seat, said the atmosphere shifted from calm to threatening within seconds. He described it as one of the most unsettling experiences of his career, asserting that the ordeal went far beyond the bounds of ordinary traffic enforcement.
Who was in the passenger seat.
Same man who rode on the float with Bud during Saturday's parade.
Be a man who can receive his second key to the city and have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Being the head of Terence Crawford's security, Shabazz has seen a lot, but nothing like this.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Early Sunday morning, Crawford and his team were leaving an after-party following his parade. According to police, they pulled their vehicle over near 12th and Cass Streets for reckless driving. That's where things took a dark turn.
And as soon as he said he had a firearm, the police officer that was on his side became unhinged.
Police immediately drew their weapons, pointing a gun at Shabazz and the pound-for-pound champ.
I literally have my hands on top of the ceiling in inside of the vehicle.
According to police, an officer had identified a firearm on the floor of the vehicle.
According to official reports, the police initially stopped Crawford's vehicle on suspicion of reckless driving during the stop. They claimed to have seen two firearms on the floorboard, which escalated the situation and led to officers drawing their weapons. However, upon verification, the firearms were confirmed to be legally registered and properly certified to their owners, with no further violations. Found Crawford was cited only for reckless driving and released shortly thereafter. Though the matter was formally resolved, many viewed the episode as symbolic, suggesting that city authorities sought to reassert their control on the very day the boxer was being celebrated.
The parade. KETV Newswatch 7's Pete Cuddihy spoke with Mayor John Ewing, who requested that the Omaha Police Department conduct an internal investigation. And Pete, what did the mayor have to say?
Yeah, Julie, Mayor Ewing says that after such a great day yesterday, he was heartbroken hearing about the news of the traffic stop. That's why he reached out to Police Chief Todd Schmatter and Terence Crawford himself to find out what exactly happened at that traffic stop. Omaha Police released a statement saying that a car driven by Terence Crawford was stopped for driving recklessly around 1:30 in the morning on Cass Street. An officer confirmed that while Crawford was reaching to grab his information, the cop spotted a gun by Crawford.
Boxing legend Andre Ward added depth to the discussion. Observing that Crawford has long faced attempts to downplay his achievements, Ward noted that before, the Canelo fight critics often diminished Crawford's victories by arguing that he won on points rather than dominance. This narrative, Ward explained, seemed like a calculated effort to undermine the fighter's legacy. For Ward, the Omaha traffic stop fit a recurring pattern, a champion repeatedly forced to defend his reputation against those who seek to diminish his greatness. He emphasized that such efforts would never erase Crawford's record or the respect he commands in the sport.
They tried to bury Terence Crawford. They tried to ruin his reputation and say that he wasn't a draw when the numbers were there for you to see. When we went to MSG against guys that didn't have big names or that were faded, like Amir Khan, or when he fought Kaviaskis, he did numbers. There was a smear campaign about his personality. He doesn't talk. Nobody wants to hear him. No, that you don't want to hear. So you try to speak for the masses when the whole time you have a star right here. You got to learn how to talk to this man. Even as recent as his last fight, the fight before Canelo, smear campaign continued. I don't hear the smear campaign now. Them voices got really, really quiet like they typically do when they get proven wrong. And they either try to jump on the wagon, I knew this kid was going to be that, or they get very, very quiet and they start to retreat back to wherever they came from and they don't have a lot to say. So I'm happy for this brother for that reason, because they tried to bury him, Roy. It didn't work. He overcame that. He said, give me my shot. I'm going to show you. And he kept doing it time and time again, and he did it again against Canelo Alvarez.
Analysts speculated that factors beyond official reports might have influenced the situation. Some suggested that Omaha's leadership may have been uneasy about Crawford's growing influence and prominence within the city. His rise from local talent to world champion made him a symbol of community pride. Commentators hinted that the stop may have been an indirect way to remind both Crawford and the public that institutional authority still prevails. The incident was seen as a broader reflection of the challenges faced by those in the public eyewear. Success often attracts scrutiny and tests of power.
Police officer wanted to send a statement because he doesn't like the rise of the Black Messiah. He don't like to see a black person in position of power. So he pulled Terence Crawford over for quote-unquote reckless driving. As he approached the car, he decided to lie on his report because as he approached the car, he stated that he saw a firearm on the floor panel. Come to find out, Terence Crawford informed him as he approached the driver's side door where Terence Crawford was driving, and in the passenger side was Terence Crawford's head security guard. In the back was Coach Malachi, and a young lady was on the side of Coach Malachi in the back seat. And Terence Crawford has legal firearms, and of course his security has legal firearms. They informed the officer that they have legal firearms in the vehicle. He then brandished his firearm, pointed at Terence Crawford's face, and then got very aggressive as Terence Crawford got, and his security and everybody in the vehicle, Coach Malachi, got nervous because he started to show the actions and body language of somebody that wanted to do something completely left. And now in the police report that has been obtained by the community and released, he never put about the reckless driving. He never put.
Former world champion Amir Khan publicly supported Crawford, asserting that no controversy could tarnish his accomplishments. Khan praised Crawford's unwavering discipline and elite skill set, emphasizing that he always believed Terence would cement his place among boxing's greatest. He argued that the Omaha incident could not overshadow Crawford's legacy, reminding fans that true greatness endures beyond criticism or attempts to diminish it. For supporters, Khan's words served assurance that the champion's legacy remains untouchable.
I knew that Crawford was going to win. You see, when I watched Crawford train back in Omaha, Nebraska, and when I was in Colorado Springs, he came into my camp. He helped me out a little bit, but at the same time, I've seen him sparring some heavyweight guys. I've seen him wrestling some heavy, big guys, and I thought, wow. So I asked him, I go, look, do you have like a wrestling background? He goes, yeah, we're like state champion. So that showed to me that this guy is a solid, strong person. Like, no one can push him around. No one can dictate. No one's going to put pressure on him where he's going to feel hurt, because he knows how to control the ring. When it comes to box IQ, like, his IQ in boxing is probably the best. I mean, he knows what punch to throw. He knows how to maneuver these heavier, big hitters and also take away their power and put his own shots in. So yeah, he's up there, one of the best ever, really.
You know, as an ex-fighter champion, I'm just curious. We heard yesterday Dana White says he's not going to acknowledge the WBC, IBF, WBO. He's going to have his own belt and the ring belt, and they want to potentially make changes to the Ali Act as well. This is a big thing here in America. How do you feel about? Is it time to make these changes and evolve, or are you more old school and think they shouldn't happen?
Ariel, I think it's the time boxing needed to change a little bit.
The sharp contrast between the official account and eyewitness testimony deepened public debate. While Omaha police described the event as a routine, traffic stop Crawford's security chief portrayed it as a terrifying encounter characterized by excessive force. These conflicting narratives sparked questions about transparency, accuracy, and accountability. Many found it difficult to reconcile the calm language of the official report with the fearful experiences described by those in the car, fueling ongoing discussions about fairness and trust in law enforcement.
The police report, but now we got information from Terence Crawford, his own team, and they're saying something completely different. If you listen, his head of security, Shabazz, said he was shaken up. He was like, I thought we were going to get popped by the cops that night. And crazy enough, he teaches classes on how to de-escalate and deal with police officers. So, you know, at least that's what they're saying his credentials are. So he knows how to de-escalate situations and still had a problem with Omaha PD. And the other thing that is different. He's saying that they didn't even know that he had a gun on him or there was no gun on the floorboard, which changes things. So I can't wait till we get down to the nitty-gritty and the body cams and this and that, because now this shakes things up. This is no longer the story we were being fed from TMZ. This is something different. The TMZ article said the cops pulled him over for reckless driving, fair if he was doing it, and seen a gun. And in my video, I said, if those things are true, then yeah, the cop can take you out the car for everybody's safety, including their own.
City leaders quickly recognized the magnitude of public reaction. Both Omaha's mayor and police chief issued statements pledging a full internal affairs investigation to ensure transparency and restore community confidence. They emphasized their commitment to fairness and due process, though skepticism persisted among residents who felt that the official response downplayed the severity of what had occurred. For many observers, the real measure of justice would depend not on statements, but on meaningful follow-through and accountability.
The mayor put out a statement as well. Really no meat to it, except like he's going to do an internal investigation. Everything else felt a little political. Okay, Omaha Mayor John Ewing and Police Chief Todd Schmaderer, are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding the traffic stop involving Terence Crawford early Sunday morning. Chief has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Avenue. A traffic stop was conducted at Cass Street. So he's pulled over because they said he's driving reckless. All right. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. I'm going to read that sentence to you again. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. That is important. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Okay, so that's 2 guns in the car, legally. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. The police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. So he requested the supervisor and lieutenant to show up. Blah, blah, blah.